Hey guys, it's me Falco, welcome back to another video. In today's video, I've got a bit of Monster Hunter gameplay, going over just something before the patch comes out. Basically a way you can earn a bunch of points to use to put towards like stuff like melding, for parts, for the ARTIAN or ARTIAN gear, as well as different decorations. And yeah, either way, let's get into it. Okay, so the main purpose of the video is basically we're going to be finding the Nightflower Pollen. This allows you to do all the decoration melding and whatnot. So what I recommend doing is at least getting the area 3 camp in the Windward Plains. So area 3 south, as you can see there, it's set. Besides that, you don't really need to set up any other camps. You don't need to set up camps in area 3, to be fair. It's just easier, in my opinion. The main quest you're going to do is come to optional quests here, and the desert knows not the sea. We're just going to accept and depart on this quest here really quickly. So these flowers bloom on a full moon, and it's when it rises to a certain point you'll see the flower bloom itself. But the only issue is getting the full moon. What I'd recommend, and what I've seen a lot of people do, is basically you don't need to set up the moon cycle itself, but more so when you start the game up after like closing it down and then resetting it. It actually sets to a full moon cycle straight away. So we're just going to come over here from base camp, just over to the left. If we just run past this Quamatrice over here, and hopefully he doesn't see me. As you can see where my camera's pointing currently, you'll be able to see in that tree just in the background in the center of the screen. That's where Area 10's camp is. And over here to the left is where you're going to get the Nightflower Pollen. And this flower will bloom hopefully in about 30-40 seconds. Okay, as you can see, the flower's blooming itself. I'll be able to collect the ephemeral blossom. It takes about just under a minute really. Nightflower pollen. And then what I'm going to do is just go over to my fast travels, go to area 3 south. It doesn't need to be the season of plenty or anything for this. It's really easy, honestly. I'm not too sure if there's a faster way to get up, but the way I get up usually is just over here. I climb up the vines, and then I just kind of hover down on my little bird. But yeah, these little plants are really useful. The only reason I'm making this video currently is because, if you don't know, they are bringing out a patch, I think on Monday or Tuesday, or at least sometime early next week, to cover these little, not even bugs, they're just kind of areas in the game which are somewhat abusable for points and, you know, items like this. Either way, collected both of those. What we're going to do, we're going to return from the quest, and you can just cycle this. If it doesn't work anymore, close the game down, open it back up, make sure you save, obviously. Either way, what I'm going to do, see, it took me 2 minutes. What I'm going to do, I'm going to take you over to where you can actually use the pollen itself. Okay, so we've just come to Suja Peaks of Accord. From here, we want to find a person called Seka, I think they're called. And they should be able to offer us certain trades, as you can see here. How have you been lately? That's been fine. And as you can see, we can trade in the Nightflower Pollen for stuff like these hard armor spheres, but also different tickets. I'll show you the way to reset that trade now. So what we're going to do, we're going to come to, let's just say, Ruins of Wyveria. Just going to go to area 2 for my own kind of thought process. Realistically, it shouldn't matter. As long as you can rest in your little camp, there shouldn't be an issue. So I'm just going to come into my little camp here. We're going to rest. These do cost points and things to change. Doesn't matter. We're going to change it to, let's just say, nighttime once again. Do a little rest animation. We're going to go back to Suja Peaks of Accord, find Seka once again, and hopefully they have the trade for us. If they do have the trade for us, we'll be able to just get some tickets, and I'll show you what they do. Okay, so I found Seka. As you can see, they have this gold melding ticket. From there, I will just do that once. That's all I can do for now. But with this golden melding ticket, if we just come to VO, I'd like to use a melding pot. It's Wyverian melding. As you can see there's 1200 points. That's 10 things for my weapon. I will just meld really quickly. Take all. And there are all the gems that have just been created for me. So as you can see, some really nice stuff. Some magazine and iron wall. Stuff like, that'd be good for gun lance, for example. And poison and KO. Either way, got all of those. Besides that, you can also get your stuff for your armor as well. So you can use a melding ticket. I'll just use my silver one for now. For the armor orbs. And then from here, once again, you get all your little gems. Stuff like counter attack and whatever. And then also, from Seka, you can also get a different type of melding ticket for the ancient weapon fragments, as you can see here. Then from here, you can forge weapon parts for the ARTIAN weapons, which is really, really useful for endgame, as they are basically better and a step ahead of like every other weapon. Okay, something else I've realized is that you're able to go and speak to Nata and rest in your tent in Suja, not in Suja, in Windward Plains rather than Suja. So you just come to Nata here, and then you'll be able to go, okay, any word, item trade, Seka. I've just done another trade right now. As you can see, my items have gone down, but you can just rest in your tent here once again, and it should just rinse and repeat cycle. A bit easier than going to different areas and back to Suja over again and over again. But yeah, it's really easy, not too difficult to do. I'd probably do it as soon as you can for now, just due to the fact that they are probably going to patch this out. But yeah, I hope you guys have a good day, good night, good evening, whatever time it may be for you. And if you do like the content, please subscribe and like. And I'll see you next time. Bye.